Okay, we are live. I have no idea how this is gonna sound, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just go live right now. You guys are just gonna see a black screen at the unfortunately. I mean, I would love to have more on the screen and just show you what I'm thinking, and just like give you some really nice images of things I like. But yeah, it's just gonna have to do. What's up, Dane? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about this, man. First, first of all, I didn't talk about that Vikings game at all mainly because it was the holidays, man. I didn't feel like making no video. Everybody just wanted to celebrate their holidays and just get open their presents and just spend time with family. So I didn't care about making a video. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that off my chest and just say fuck the Vikings and just I'm happy we beat them last week in their house, man, beating their ass and locking up that NFC North. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that game. This game against the Lions, man. Where do I start? Okay, so let's get the good out of the way. The Packers finished the season 13-3. Merry Christmas, man. The Packers finished 13-3. With that, they lock up number 2 seed with the Seattle Seahawks falling just short, just 1 yard short of the goal line to beat the San Francisco Niners. Which that really sucked. I mean, I was sitting there and I was watching the game, and then they had that really bad when they got down to like the 1 yard line. Russell Wilson and they opted to go for they wasted it down by spiking the ball, which I don't think that was a bad decision necessarily. But then afterwards, they got the delay of game, and it looked like they were just going to use Marshawn Lynch to just run up the middle and maybe power his way in. And no, they could delay a game, and then like I think on third down they threw a ball into the end zone, and then all of a sudden, and then for some reason the refs do not call a blatant hold. I mean, that was just about as big as a hold as you can be. They don't call it. Next thing you know, they complete another pass. They go backwards. They get stopped on the 1 yard line, and that's just how it goes, man. So if it's San Francisco 49ers, all of them 1 seed, and the playoffs, rightfully so, goes through San Francisco, which is completely deserving. I mean, the Packers don't deserve a fucking number 1 seed, man. They don't play like a number 1 seed team. They just don't. All right. I mean, when you sit there and you come out here and you struggle to beat a 3-11-1 football team, you got some problems, especially going into the playoffs, which is one of my biggest issues with the Packers right now. When I sit here and I watch, I mean, like you sit here, you watch the Aaron Rodgers in particular, and so many of the play calls throughout this game. And I'm watching the football game, and I'm thinking in my head, like, what the hell is Aaron seeing that I'm not seeing? He's the quarterback, he's the one out there making these passes, and he's just missing throws, missing guys open, missing just throwing over their heads. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like the arm talent is still there, the arm strength is still there, but he's just missing guys. I mean, they come out and the first play, they go across the middle of the field to Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham, just like the bum he is, he drops the pass. And that just right there, you just knew it was going to be an ugly game. Every time you turn around, it's just like something that just triggers. And the Packers, for some reason, they just have such bad luck when it comes to just when they come out playing flat like that. All it takes is just one bad play from the offense, and that's it. Because that's usually how the Packers are. They come out, they try to go for a big play early. They don't execute. They run the ball, they get stopped short. Next thing you know, we're in third down already. And next thing you know, we're putting the ball after a quick 3 and out. That is typical Packers offense. Typical. Yes, he loves going for the deep plays, and that's the problem because the Lions, they had the worst passing defense in the league. All right. And I'm not particularly upset that the game plan was to attack their secondary. That's not what my problem was. The problem is we were just game planning that too much, fishing for way too many big plays downfield. When we're at the end of the day, we're not a big play offense. We just don't. We're not. I mean, I love Devontae Adams, but how often are you really throwing the ball like 20, 30 yards down the field to him? Not that often. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is our fastest guy, but it doesn't matter. Aaron is just throwing the ball over their heads, and most of the time, Marquez can't even get his damn head straight to even make even the most simple catches. And that's exactly why he's lost playing time. And Lazard, he's a big guy, big receiver, but you don't throw the ball to him downfield. So it's just right now, Aaron Rodgers is trying to do things in an offense that is not designed to be what it is. Right now, this Packers offense just goes as far as number 33 goes, and I'll keep on saying it. I don't care how many times I gotta sit here and keep bringing up Aaron Jones. At the end of the day, our offense goes through him. And the funny thing is, when I sit here and I say it goes through Aaron Jones, You look at that. You look at those couple of throws that Rodgers missed. So many times, I think at least about 4 to 5 times, he tried to hit Aaron Jones towards, run a little route from out the backfield to the sideline. Bro, he's just constantly missing. He missed it like at least about 4 or 5 times, and Aaron Jones got hurt on one of them. And I'm like, what is Rodgers doing? Is he trying to get Aaron Jones hurt? I'm like, he's literally Aaron Jones is gonna. I'm thinking in my head, Aaron Jones is literally gonna sit here and kill himself diving for these passes. He's not a tall guy. Aaron Jones is about 5'9", and you cannot get that ball a better pass than him. It makes no damn sense. And he's just diving for his life trying to get to the damn pass, and it's just not there. Aaron Rodgers finished the game with 28 incompletions. 28 incompletions. Tell me that it's not. There hasn't been a single game he's thrown that many incompletions, and the highest he's thrown is 26. And those games we were 3-15. So if you follow my Twitter and the shit that I was saying, I had every reason to say it because most of the time when Rodgers is coming out playing that bad, we don't win the football game. And I didn't want to win this game, would lose this game. Not because it would have hurt our playoff chances, because I just didn't want to lose to the Lions. You realize we lost to the Lions the last 2 years, the last game of the season? When it was the opposite way, when we had nothing to play for. See, how was it that these last 2 seasons when we had nothing to play for, the Lions just spanked us? But this year, when we have much to play for and they don't, we're still struggling to beat these guys. Yeah, they were lucky that Matthew Stafford wasn't playing. You're extremely lucky. Matthew Stafford would have killed that defense. As much as I love some of the guys on that defense, no. And then Marvin Jones Jr. was hurt. The other wide receiver, I think he went out with a concussion. So the Packers are just fortunate, man. They're very lucky to come out of that game, which is winning by the skin of their teeth. And it really makes you worried about this football team going into the playoffs now, because it's like this is the football team that we gotta watch. I don't know, man. I don't have no confidence at all. All right, I have just a shred bit of it, depending on which team we face. Because right now with the number 2 seed, I believe if you're the number 2 seed, you end up playing the winner of the winners of, I think, who were either the 5th or 6th seed, right? Or I think either the number 3 or 5 seed, one of those teams. So if we have to welcome in a team like the Eagles, I like our chances now, because the Eagles are very banged up. All right, they are very banged up, and yeah. So yeah, okay. I was cool. I was going on that one, but we'll have to end up playing a team like the Eagles, who are very banged up, and yeah, they beat us early this year, but it came down to that final play, and I like our chance to beat the Eagles a lot more. But it would have to really depend on the defense. See, the offense, I'm not too worried about, because the Eagles' defense doesn't scare me whatsoever. They don't scare me at all, and I trust Rodgers to again have a good game against them like he did the first time we played him this season. But the defense and their ability to stop the run will be a problem. And the Eagles, I forgot that guy's name, but he's been running the ball with heart and just completely ran down the Giants' throat. And if we got to face that, I really worry for that defense and just how much the Eagles are going to exploit that and run all over us. It's the Chicken Hawks. If we end up having to welcome in the Seahawks, I like our chances as well, mainly because Russell Wilson is number 1 at Lambeau. And you look it up, he's number 1 at Lambeau. We've never beaten him in Seattle, to be fair, but he's never beaten us in Lambeau. So that's an interesting little statistic you can think of. You can just look at right there. So yeah, let's go ahead keep talking about this game just a little bit more, man. All right, so like I said, the first half, the Packers were pretty much dead. They couldn't get absolutely nothing going. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers probably had his worst game of the season, and probably can argue for his career. I know he finished strong, but the way he started, yeah, they're a power run team, that's for sure. And Russell Wilson is a pest. All right, I mean, I said that when we were talking. I think he was on the site, and I said that he was a pest. That's what he's, a freaking pest. And I had to sit here and watch him escaping all the pressures that mostly is going to come from Darius Smith. It's going to give me a headache. All right, if you want to beat the Seahawks, you got to stop their run attack. Period. And Yeah, he's hurt, but I don't know how much that really affected it. I mean, okay, I mean, he got hurt, but we pretty much came away. Oh, we were okay with the guy that came in. So we'll just see how he's feeling in the next couple of weeks. So that was probably the biggest thing about getting that first round back was healing up and getting some guys back from injury. Jamal Williams being a particular guy I really want back from injury. Hopefully he can play the next 2 weeks. Because I love Jones and he obviously should be the feature back, but at the same time, Jamal Williams is a really good running back, really physical guy, pick up tough yarders, especially on short yardage situations. Because most of the time when you try to run it with Aaron Jones up the middle of the scene on short yardage, it usually gets stuck. I trust Jamal Williams to pick up those tough yarders more than Aaron Jones. I would so yeah, but either way, if we end up welcoming in the Seahawks or the Seahawks or the Eagles, I still like our chances. I really like our chances. It just all depends on if the defense can stop their run attack. If they can't, then we got a problem. All right, we got a huge problem. Okay, so I'm looking. I'm just looking at some more. I'm looking at some more stats here. It's man. So okay. So what about let's see here. The Packers, for example. Why I say I'm so bad about their run is that they gave up 171 yards on the ground to the Lions on 25 carries. Most of it was from on Johnson. You give up 171 rushing yards to the damn Lions. Okay, and again, we know the Eagles who run the ball. We know the damn Chicken Hawks can run the football. And you give up 171-yard rushing. That's a problem, man. Another problem is big plays. Like, it's real easy for me to pick on Kevin King because that guy is garbage. All right, Kevin King is absolutely garbage. I can't stand him. I hate watching him in the secondary. But it's too easy to pick on him. There's another guy I really need to call out, and that's Jair Alexander. I like Jair. I think he has more talent than Kevin King. I trust him in coverage more than Kevin King, but I gotta call Jair out. He was really getting torched this game, and it was getting beat downfield way too often. Way too often. Jair did not have a good game. He had that really bad. Yeah, he had that really bad the flag on defense, unnecessary roughness when he drove him, he spent him and tackled him to the ground. And then he just got burnt at least a couple of times. And then he even had to tackle a guy that could keep him from completing it. So Jair did not have a good game of coverage. All right. He was giving up way too many big plays. Another guy, so you got Jair who's really struggling defending the deep pass. You got Kevin King who's just all over the goddamn place. Like our secondary is just very so right now. And it's just one of the reasons why I'm just loving Darius Smith as much as I am because the guy is just out there playing like his ass off. The highest winning seed from the wild card. Okay. All right. You figure out, okay, so the highest winning seed in the playoffs. So if the Saints win, the Packers get the Saints. Okay. That just okay, so scratch everything I just said. That just makes it even worse because if we gotta play the Saints, that just forget about it because the Saints are just their offense is just way too high powered. The Drew Brees gets rid of that football in like on a second, then they can score points real fast, real quick and fast. Where there's no way the Packers can keep up with the Saints. It's not gonna happen. Okay, it isn't gonna happen. If we have to play the Saints, they can't keep up with the Saints. They can't because the Packers offense struggles and it's just too inconsistent. And you really trust our defense to hold the Saints to only 20 points? No, we have to play the Saints. The Saints probably end up scoring at least 35. That offense is way too good for our defense. Okay, as much as I love some of those guys on defense, it would have to take Darius, Preston, Kenny Clark, all those guys to power their way through that offensive line to get pressure on Drew Brees all game. Because if he's sitting back there all day, he's gonna pick apart that defense. All right, he's gonna pick apart that defense. Jair and Kevin King have no chance. No chance. They're not. They who's covering Michael Thomas? Who's covering Jared Cook? You know we can't cover tight ends. Who's covering Jared Cook? Who's covering Michael Thomas? Who's stopping Alvin Kamara? We got one of the worst run defenses in the league. So who the hell is going to stop Alvin Kamara? Who the hell is going to stop? Who's going to cover Michael Thomas? Who the fuck is going to cover Jared Cook? Yeah, it's just Michael. And most importantly, who the hell is going to stop Drew Brees? Hasn't been a single team that's been able to stop Drew Brees. The only teams I ever see Drew Brees struggling against is the Cowboys. I don't know what it is about playing the Cowboys, but Drew Brees just plays. Ugh, his game just be off when he plays the Cowboys. But other than that, I have not seen a single team. No, I don't think he will because Matt LaFleur is only his first year. It's only his first year, and asking him to outcoach Sean Payton or any coach, for any of these coaches for that matter in playoffs is asking way too much. I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't think it's gonna happen. Let me let me see here. I mean, what else? What else I want to bring up from this football game? Let's see here. Okay. All right. So I talked about Aaron Rodgers enough, haven't I? I mean, I was really trying my hardest not to bury him on Twitter because I just hated the way he was playing this football game. I literally said that if he keeps on messing up and being so inaccurate on these passes, that we're gonna have to ask Brett Favre to come out of retirement because that's how bad it was. We may get Kowalski from the Bears. Why would we go out there? You know what? Yeah, the way this defensive scheme is, any linebacker with some talent can do. Because when you got Blake Martinez is really our only true linebacker out there. And I mean, as far as guys who can and even Blake Martinez himself is a very reliability is on defense especially when he's asked to be covered. Is the thing and the thing is, yeah, he got that interception, which was huge, by the way. And one credit I get at defense was only allowing the Lions to score 3 points the second half. That was probably the biggest key from them, the defense in the second half. They got killed. They got killed early on that trick play. It was a very similar play that the Vikings ran last week. I think actually ran the Philly special, and Stephon Diggs throws a better pass. Kirk Cousins, who knows how many yards he picks up. But the Lions came back and they called a trick play themselves. And sure enough, it was right towards King's side, and he gets completely lost as always. Like that guy's just, man. I'm telling you, man. Like I can sit here and tell all day about how much I hate that dude. I can't stand Kevin King. Like that dude is just one of the worst cornerbacks in the NFL. That was an embarrassing loss. Like I don't care how embarrassing it was, as long as we beat them. I don't fuck the Vikings. Like I can't stand them. I hate everything about them. Like it's losing to the Lions would have been one thing, but if we had lost to the Vikings, that would have been worse, way worse, because then they would have had something to play for this week. They would have been actually playing their starters against the Bears in hopes of winning the division. If we would have lost, so like if we would have lost to the Vikings the previous week, we would have the second a first round bye would have been completely out of the question because that would have been 4 losses. But then we would also have been sitting here playing for the division and better seeding. So unlike a certain team in the NFC East, we had to do and we freaking won to get to wrap all that up. And what about the NFC East, man? Just to go ahead and just throw it the NFC East real quick, man. When as much as I talk shit about the Packers offense, I mean I look at the Redskins offense and it's just it could be a lot worse. I don't know what I don't really don't know what the Redskins gonna do. They right now they got the second pick. A lot of people will say go after a quarterback. Look, the Redskins, they just they don't draft well. They really don't. The Redskins definitely don't draft well, especially when it comes to quarterback position. And the Redskins, next to I think the Bears actually have had the most starting quarterbacks over the last 30 years. I think we actually, yeah, I think the Redskins actually first in that. Like they just can't find a franchise quarterback to save their life. We have maybe like one or two studs at some point, and next thing you know, boom, Dan Snyder's got to go. He's definitely got to go. Remember what I said that the Redskins need a Snyder cut. I wasn't joking when I said that. And he's got to go. So yeah, the Redskins. Then I keep on saying it. They got to get younger on offense. Alex Smith, he was supposed to be, but for the long run, no. I think the Redskins brought in Alex Smith to just be ready to be wanting to win now, basically, not in a long term kind of thing. And I don't really think Alan Smith is going to play another game for the rest of his career. I just don't see it. And he's definitely, and overall, he's not going to be the answer. The Redskins just really need a much more dynamic play for an offensive side of the ball, and they definitely got to clean up that defense. That defense is shit. One of the things that's really like pissing me off right now is like all the hype that's going into the Philadelphia Eagles, and rightfully so. I mean, they did their part as far as winning games to get inside the playoffs, but look at the teams they were playing. Their last 4 games, this entire month, their last 4 games were all against their division opponents. The Giants, the damn Cowboys, the Giants, the Redskins, the Cowboys, and the Giants again. And it's like, yeah, they're doing a great job overcoming all these injuries, but it's like this NFC East is trash. So if you're an Eagles fan, or you have to face them, are you really that concerned? I don't want to sound overconfident, especially when I talk about the Packers, but this hype around the Eagles is just really starting to bug me. The NFC East is trash. Like the NFC East is garbage, and it's nice, and it's nice for them that they pretty much handled their business and won those 4 games. But come on, the Cowboys, one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Redskins right behind them. The Giants right there. God, the NFC East is garbage. It is the worst division in the NFC. Arguably the NFL. At least most of these other divisions, you pretty much know who's going to win it most majority of the time. The AFC East is usually always the Patriots. How did they lose to the Dolphins? I gotta look at that game. I actually DVR'd it. I gotta watch that game. But they lost to the Dolphins. Hey, Daniel Jones actually didn't have to play that bad. He definitely played better than Dwayne Haskins. That motherfucker. Whew. He definitely played better than Dwayne Haskins, that's for sure. But how the hell did the Patriots lose to the Dolphins? I mean, you blew it, and now the Chiefs are playing. It's funny, the Chiefs kind of fell on the radar these last couple of weeks. I don't know why. It's just a lot of people have been just sleeping on them. But right now the Kansas City Chiefs, they had a number 2 seed now. Ravens are number 1. I don't see anybody going to Baltimore and beating the Ravens. I really don't see I don't really see any AFC team going into Baltimore and beat the Ravens, not even the Chiefs. And I know the Chiefs can have a high-powered offense and all that, but still, I mean, and their defense is actually playing better these last couple of weeks too. So I don't know, but I don't know, the rest of these AFC teams, I don't know, man. I don't like none of their chances going into Baltimore. Those guys are just playing on a different level. They're just a physical team that can run the ball down your throats. He got wins with a team that quit early in the season. We talking about Brian Flores? You said he got wins against team that quit on him. Well, do they keep him around? I mean, that's the question. Do they keep him around? I mean, the Dolphins, we thought for sure that they were just going to tank the rest of the season and lock up that number 1 pick. But they already got a couple of draft first round picks anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You got the Titans upsetting the Patriots. The way Tom Brady's playing, you never know. But it's a team game, man. Everybody's got to play their part. You got to go out there and you got to execute. You got to play like a team that's built to win a championship. Which brings you back to the Packers, which is what this whole video is about. But I like talking about all the things that's going around the league too. But again, as far as the Packers go, my biggest concerns right now is just to play for Aaron Rodgers, and I just really need him to play a hell of a lot more better. He can't be playing like that, wrapping up the season. 28 incompletions. The deep throw just isn't there. The deep throw isn't there. Not executing, and it's just like if I gotta listen to him or Matt LaFleur, if I gotta listen to any one of those guys talk about, oh, it was an ugly win, but at least we got the win. If I gotta hear that one more fucking time, I'm gonna blow my mind. because now it's playoff time, and it's like that shit, that type of mentality is not going to cut it in playoffs. I would, if I'm the Packers, I would draft a quarterback maybe in 2021. I say wait another year. I wouldn't draft a quarterback just yet because I really think the Packers just need the next draft. They need to get another inside linebacker. That's probably one of the biggest problems, and why the run defense is so shitty. Because Mike Penn's an idiot. Like I don't want to. I just don't like that dude. Like it's something about Mike Penn, and it's the shit that he says. Like when you listen to his game plan, he's all about we got to stop the pass. So with his mentality of feeling that we need to stop the passing game, it's what playing more guys in the secondary than absolute linebackers in the field, defensive linemen, just opening up all these big run games by these opposing teams. Even if we're playing teams that we know it's a run first team, we're still coming out playing in our basic defense formation. Like I just don't like Mike McMahon's game plan for the most part. I really don't. Because now the next time you play is gonna be in January, and it's playoff football. All right. And one of the things you gotta do to win these playoff games is run the football effectively. The last couple of Super Bowl winning teams were in the top 5 in running offense, rushing offense, particularly with the Patriots, the Rams last season. This pass happy league is so overrated, man. It really is. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying it's not important to have a franchise quarterback. Obviously, I was just talking about that with the Redskins. I'm not saying it's not important to be able to throw the pass and get the ball downfield. But if you can effectively run the ball, look how much wonders it does for your football team. That's why the Ravens are number 1 seed right now in the NFC. This pass happy league is overrated, and I hate it. And I just think that a guy like Aaron Rodgers just needs to get over that. Like the dude is just too arrogant, and sometimes he's just overconfident in what he does on the field. His decision making is just all over the place, and he's just making too many terrible decisions. Third, where we get the holding call, we get the offensive pass interference by Jake Kumro. 2nd and 20, instead of just calling the play or dumping it off to make third down conversion a little bit easier, Aaron Rodgers just looks to throw the ball deep downfield again. 3rd and 20, throw the ball deep down again as we do his pick. That fishing for big plays just gotta stop. And it's gonna take a coach, Matt LaFleur, or whoever. Somebody's gotta get in Aaron's ear and be like, look, just settle down and take what the defense is giving you. You've been playing in this league for way too long. Just settle down and take what the defense is giving you. Fishing for big plays that aren't there almost cost you this game. There are a few coaches that know how to run the ball. Ravens, 49ers, Titans are the few. Well, you see what it's done for the 49ers. You see what it's done for the Ravens. And one of those teams right now, they're the number 1 seed in both their conferences. That's the end of the story. That ends the argument right there. Because Jimmy Garoppolo can hurt you with his arm. You give him time. And they got a really good tight end to throw the ball to who we can't cover for shit. We don't know how to cover tight ends. And they can run the football. So the like I said, even if the Packers do end up winning in the division round, and we got to go on a road to San Francisco, just forget about it. There's no way we can beat the 49ers. There's no way. We can't match up physically against that football team. And you saw it when we played the 49ers earlier this season, a month ago. We got our asses whipped. So we have to go on the road against and play in San Francisco. Just mark it down as a loss. Because the teams that are playing playoff football right now, the 49ers, the Saints, I'm pretty sure they're going to be the 2 teams in the NFC Championship. It's not going to be the Packers. Not with Rodgers playing the way he is. Not with that offense still not being able to fucking find a consistent rhythm throughout the football game. Not with that defense giving up too much yards on the ground. You want that? You want to trust that football team to win a Super Bowl? No, the teams are not scared of the Packers coming into the playoffs. No team is going to be scared to go in with the Lambeau and beat us. And having 2 weeks off might hurt the Packers more than it actually helps. It'll help to get healthy. But even with a short weekend of preparation, they came out flat against the Lions for the first half. They can easily come out flat again after 2 weeks off. Come January 12th. That is scary. That is scary to think about. When you went out when you talk about how flat this offense looks majority of the time in playoff situations. Nobody's scared. Like I said, nobody's scared. Nobody's scared of the Packers, man. Nobody's scared of the Packers. They got the number 1, 2 seed just by convenience only. The Packers are overachievers, man. There is no question about it. That is completely sums up this football team. This is the worst 13-win Packers team I've ever seen. And people hear this and they would just think I'm just being negative and shitting on my football team. Watch the game. Just watch the way we play. Watch how we play all through the season. Just overachieve. I don't know how the hell they're 13-3 right now, but that 13-3 record is a lie. It's a lie. Out of the 3 teams that are 13-3 in the NFC side, they are the worst. They're not playing on the same level as the Niners and Saints. Are you kidding me? You watch that game against the Lions. You really think playing like that against the Niners or the Saints is gonna help you beat those guys? Hell no. And I'm sick and tired of coming on here making videos talking about the same goddamn shit with this football team. 17 fucking weeks of football. And this team just keeps continuing to struggle on almost the simplest stuff. That first game against the Lions, man, we already know about the controversy with that. But this second game, the Packers had no business coming down to a field goal. There were the plays, and the scary, you know what the scary part is? The most disappointing thing is a lot of those plays were there, just no execution. Guys dropping passes. Aaron Rodgers throwing it over their heads. 17 weeks of football, and this is how you come on and play your last football game of the season. This isn't Aaron Rodgers' football team. This is not 2011, 12, 13, even 14 when he was playing on one leg. This is not the same Packers team that can just simply rely on Aaron Rodgers to make a play for you to win a football game. If you've been watching the Packers this year, which I know probably a lot of people don't because they hate the Packers, but you've been watching Packers football games this year. How do you beat the Packers? How do you beat the Packers? You beat the Packers by stopping Aaron Jones and running the football. That's how you beat the Packers. Just run the ball. You run the ball down our defense throat, and you stop Aaron Jones on our offense. That's how you beat the Packers. The Packers are not built in a way where you can just turn to Aaron Rodgers and hey, make a play for us, keep us in the football game. This isn't his offense anymore. That offense goes to Aaron Jones, and I dare someone try to prove me wrong. Because when Aaron Jones is lit, that offense is lit. When he's not, down to the pits. We sink like a Titanic. Look at all three. Look at the three. We only lost 3 games this year. But look at all 3 of those games that we lost. We got our asses. We got whooped by the Niners. Aaron Jones was ineffective. Shut them down. Ran the ball down throats. Chargers, even worse. The Eagles. They Carson Wentz didn't even have to do much. They just ran the ball. He was run all over us, exactly. That is the formula to beat the Packers. And I don't care what team it is. Unless you're a Saints who just love to just throw the ball downfield, that's them. But I don't care what team it is. You watch the tape and you just watch the way the Packers play all season long. That's how you beat them. And can you really trust the Packers offense to be able to keep up and score about 30 plus points? No. The way the Packers win football games is by getting that ball to Aaron Jones, him turning on the juice, and we feed off of that. The defense might surprise you and make a play here and there. There's Darius Smith, who's a complete Pro Bowl snub, which is bullshit. Should have got voted to the Pro Bowl. He probably made 2 of the biggest plays. He probably made 2 of the biggest plays that led to us beating the Lions. The first his pressure is not, you know everybody knows, if you know football, you know it's not about getting sacks. It's about getting pressure. Those two plays. The first pressure he got, he almost strip fumbled. He almost got a strip fumble, and then Blake Martinez cleaned it up with the sack. And then the second time he got pressure again, which led to the interception. And that guy didn't get voted to Pro Bowl. Bullshit. But if you block him, who else on our defense is going to really be effective against you? You can't trust that secondary. He is. That's the reason why Mike Patton has him lined up all over the place. He's lined up on the outside, puts him in the middle. He's everywhere. I love watching that guy play. He brings an energy that we haven't had in a long fucking time. And not since Charles Woodson have we had any type of leadership in that locker room. Picking him up was a big thing for the Packers. So, yeah, man. I mean, just like I said earlier, just a lot of shit to talk about, man. Couldn't just make one video and just call it a day. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, man. Oh, man. I don't know. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. He came from the Redskins too. Yeah, he came from. No, that was Preston Smith. So Darius came from the Ravens. Man, Preston didn't have a bad year either, man. He kind of went quiet this past month or so, but he was playing really well this season too. The teams I think we're gonna win in the playoffs. We'll probably do that on the site. Most likely, it all depends on Bruce's schedule and what he's gonna do. So we'll probably be making our decisions there. So if that happens, then I'll be there for sure. Give my opinion on it. It just all depends. But I definitely will be talking about whoever the Packers will be facing. That I will be talking about. I promise. That I will be talking about. I usually don't do preview videos, but I actually do them when we're in the playoffs. You actually check out my you look at some of my past videos. Hey, that's Bruce, man. I mean, the guy is we love watching his content for sure. But he's just got a lot of stuff on his plate. When he is able to catch up, he catches up. And with the season wrapping up, he's definitely gonna be able to catch up now. If I'm the Packers, if I'm the Packers, I will be hoping that they keep Mitch at quarterback. Oh, let them keep their curse at quarterback. I can give a fuck. Fuck the Bears. But I hope they keep Mitch at quarterback. Not because I want to see Bruce have a heart attack, but because it just makes it a lot more easier to get the job done by beating the Bears. So, if they keep Mitch, hey, I hope they keep Mitch. I hope they keep Mitch. I hope the Vikings keep Kirk Cousins. Matthew Stafford, he's going to do what he's going to do. He always plays his best games against the Packers. Check the stats. Matthew Stafford will literally be the only threat to the Packers at quarterback in next year if both Mitch and Kirk Cousins stay. Yeah, the Lions are Lions. So when we play them, and you see what goes on. Oh, Kirk Cousins overall his season, nah. Has he been playing great? Nah. When he plays us, nah. At least as a Viking anyway. I remember when he was playing. I remember when Kurt was still with us with the Redskins, and he had some really big monster games against the Packers. Remember that one football? I mean, I think it was like about 4 years ago. I think when the Packers was so bad at safety, we played that Sunday night game against the Redskins, and Kirk Cousins was just throwing the ball downfield, just lighting us up on those deep throws because we were just so bad at safety that year. I think it was like 4 years ago. Man, I miss like the last time I was ever. I said this before, but the last time I was ever excited about the Redskins was 2012 RG3's rookie year. I mean, you would have had to have been living here in DC to really felt the magic that this city has not felt in years, as far as the Redskins are concerned. Like his rookie season was just phenomenal, and it just lit a spark that this city hasn't felt in a long time because the Redskins haven't been good since the '80s. And then look what happened. Boom, one and done. So, but that's the Redskins for you, man. That franchise is a joke, run by a shitty ass owner, and they're just going to continue to struggle. The Packers, the Redskins going to be shitty all year. No, I'll tell you. At least we got the Nationals who won a championship. that's what I'm glad that we at least got. We got the Nationals who won a championship, and I was at that parade. I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I don't give a damn. My city won a damn championship. I don't give a fuck. And the Wizards, man, whew. I think I went to a Wizards. I actually went to a Wizards game a couple of years ago. We actually won that game, but man, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This is pretty cool. All I'm gonna say is the Packers have had 17 seasons. The Packers had 17 weeks, excuse me, to get that to really figure out what they are in offense. They still figure it out. I just think at the end of the day, when you watch that offense, it just goes through Jones. It just goes through Jones. And the Packers are just not a big play offense. You shut down Devontae. Only so many guys. We don't have many versatile guys to step up and pick up the pace. So we want to have any chance to make we to Super Bowl. We gotta come out. We gotta come out by playing fire. All right, behind Jones, and the defense has got to wake up. So yeah, that's all I got. Well, the next video I make will be on whoever it is we're facing come the first week of playoffs. But I'm out. Peace.